everybody, and welcome back to Flatcap Motoring. You join me in an alleyway which has got a very sort of 1970s vibe about it, which is kind of appropriate actually. Today I'm over here meeting a chap called Aaron who has got an absolutely stunning example of a Triumph Spitfire MK4. So yeah, I've really been looking forward to coming to see this one. So yeah, hope you enjoy this one. Let's get into it. Right, Aaron, welcome to Flatcap Motoring. It's at last.
Right.
So yeah, we're here having a look around Yang, the Spitfire.
Yeah.
Let's tell us a bit about it then, mate. How long have you owned it, and what's the story behind it?
We're coming up to about, when it hits July 14th, it'll be 3 years since I purchased this car.
Okay, right, yeah.
And on the day when I picked this car up about 3 years ago, up down in York.
Oh, you went to York to get it?
Yeah.
Not a long way.
Yes, it was a long way, but for the car I had at the time, which was a 2015 MX5 with a 1.5 engine, it was pretty easily 4 hours. Basically, we thought we went to the wrong dealership at one point.
Oh, right, okay.
So they had the supercars. You had a McLaren 750. Yeah.
750S, yeah.
750S, a DB9,
Yeah.
a DB11, 2 Ferrari 575.
And hidden in amongst all of those was this little Buick.
Yes, basically behind the shutters of the main dealership, they bought it up. It's like literally going back, for 40 or 50 years.
Yeah.
And you're thinking nothing. You would never think. Yeah, you'd have gone back in time.
Yeah.
Like that moment in Life on Mars. He's like, I'm mad, insane, or in a coma.
Yeah.
Whatever happened.
It must have been amazing to open that shutter and see the car parked behind it.
It was truly breathtaking on how clean it was. I thought it would have had rust or something like that. But no, it was truly a surprise.
Amazing.
The dealership was so proud of it, they basically said that it has no rust on it. We have a ramp. We will happily prove it by putting it on the ramp. We will willingly put our money where our mouths are.
Yeah, that's good.
We put the car on the ramp, which we happily did.
Yeah.
I looked under it. To this day, not even an ounce of rust.
Yeah. I think it makes it, doesn't it? Because if you have a good buying experience, it makes owning the car a little bit better. I think if you have a bad buying experience, you don't tend to bone with the car as much. That's my opinion.
And it does help that the dealership person who was a Triumph specialist and he fell in love with the car.
Yeah.
And pretty much did over 500 miles in it. He did more miles than in the supercars.
That's yeah. It's definitely a car to be used, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He put the GT6 wheels on the car, which you have seen today.
Yeah.
And they make the car.
Yeah, I think it does. It looks, and it's got, for a very small car, it's got a lot of presence, hasn't it?
We have one of the original tyres that would have been on the car in the boot.
Alright, okay. We'll have a look at that in a minute.
And you could tell the differences in the rip.
Yeah.
I think that helps towards the car's handling.
Yeah, definitely. So So reliability, yeah, really.
Oh, it's been one of the most reliablest cars I have ever owned.
Yeah,
I had modern cars which break down more than this has.
yeah, true that. Yeah, twin carbs as well.
Right, twin SU carburetor.
Yeah, lovely. Here we are then, riding shotgun. I'll tell you what, for a car that's 52 years old now, it's so comfortable. Have the seats ever been redone out, or do you
Not
want
to my
that?
knowledge.
No. It's surprisingly comfortable, considering you're only sat about that far from the road. It is, yeah. And it's really, everything is where you want it to be, isn't it? You know, you've got everything is where you would expect it to be.
Yeah, you barely even have to move your hand, and it's literally next to where the indicator stalk is, the light switches, the wiper switch is literally right behind the steering wheel.
Yeah.
The choke switch is literally right behind the steering wheel. The headlight switch is pretty much right here. The dials are pretty much right where you need them to be. You can pretty much do anything without even making it, without having to put it with modern problems.
No. There's a very happy man at the steering wheel of this car.
Right. And the scariest thing is about this car, it's actually outbeaten a modern MX-5.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of what the MX-5 was based on, wasn't it?
Yes.
You know?
Basically, when the creator of the MX-5 was doing the concept for his sports car, the MX-5, he literally had a Lotus Elan, a Triumph Spitfire, and an MGB.
Yeah.
And pretty much he used all the best aspects of each car to create the MX-5.
Yeah.
At 70, it'd be like something like 3,000 RPM.
And that's a lot better for cruising speed, isn't it?
And the fact that it responds so much more easier with the overdrive on, with it on doing speeds at 60 or 70.
Yeah.
It would pick up soon. I could have it cruising. I'll put my foot off the power for a couple of seconds. And I put it back on, it would respond pretty much
Instantly, yeah. It's all cables and everything like that, and there's no hydraulics or anything like that to worry about. So
when it comes down to this car, it may be down to earth when it comes down to technology, but she is such a joy.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, simple technology is more joyous than modern. I think, anyway.
I'm not going to argue with you there, because I had a modern sports car.
Yeah.
I thought that was the bee's knees until I got my first classic car, which was an MGB GT.
Yeah.
Then I was taught what a wheel car should feel like when you're driving.
Yeah, absolutely.
This car, when it comes down to handling, it makes you feel like you're doing speeds way over the speed limit, and you're not. You look at the speedo, you're thinking that you're doing about 60 or 70, and you look at the speedo and you're only doing 20.
Definitely smiles per gallon then.
Alright, the miles per gallon on this car, compared to other cars I have driven in the past, it's insane.
Cars like this were made for these sorts of roads and days like today.
The day I test driven it, they said that Would you like to experience what it was like when it on the top of the road?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, go for it. And he took me down a road similar to this.
Yeah.
He took me down a road similar to this, and it was just insane.
You could tell why they were such a big seller, can't you?
Oh, these were very popular in America.
Yeah.
They were popular over here, they were popular in America, the Americans didn't love them.
Yeah. And you could tell why people still want them and like drive them today. Because they're perfectly usable. You know, you could use one every day if you want to use it.
This is actually my everyday car.
There you go, see? Now you can use cars like this every day, and to bring you this amount of joy and stuff every day. Not a lot of cars can do that, I don't think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you just have to slow down for the speed limit.
Yeah, that's the only problem. But
it's infectious, isn't it?
That's the only downside. But usually this car is such an enjoyable little pleasure.
Yeah.
That I just got a little bit overexcited.
And why wouldn't you? You know.
And, this is the only 30 zone on its road. So
yeah.
once we get up this hill, we can go right back to 60 miles an hour.
Here we go. Let's listen to her growl a little bit. Oh, definitely not a sound you get bored of. Right, so Aaron has kindly offered to let me have a go. So
yeah.
This will be my first experience.
Chinese fire drill.
Yeah.
Quoting Jay Leno.
Yeah. Yeah, with this car, like the pedals are all a long way to the right, aren't they? They're a really long way to the right. So you're sort of driving it sort of sat on an angle, if that makes sense.
I've been driving it so long, I'm used to driving it.
Yeah. But for somebody who's not driven one before, like you get in it, like the pedals are almost sort of like the clutch pedal is where you would expect the accelerator pedal to be, or like a normal, like a more modern car, something like that.
What do you think of the handling so far?
So far it's pretty good, yeah. It's very direct, isn't it?
It doesn't, give it a couple of seconds.
There she goes. Oh. That's lovely. You can definitely tell by driving this thing. Look, there's no essential tool, is there? It's purely your driving skill keeps you on the road.
Oh yeah, and it's just such a simple car to drive.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, it takes a couple of seconds for the overdrive to kick in.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes it will straight away, other times it will take a second or two to kick in.
Depends on the pace it takes her, yeah?
Yes, basically she does have her own attitude, but she's happy, she'll go straight in, no questions asked.
Yeah.
I'm just getting used to being in the passenger seat.
Have you ever sat in the passenger seat?
Only once. Throughout the entire time I've owned this car since the day we picked it up.
3 years,
Yeah.
and he's only once sat in the passenger seat.
Yeah, I only sat in the passenger seat once in the car. Most of the time I've been driving it myself.
It's a very manly horn as well, isn't it?
Right.
For a little car, that's a hell of a. Well, thank you very much for today, Aaron. It's been absolutely, yeah, mind is blown.
No, you know what a little plastic British saloon feels like to drive, and now you got to feel like what a true sports car interior feels like.
Yeah. but you could definitely tell like modern sports cars, like, you know, like small sports cars, they owe themselves to cars like this, because without these sorts of cars, we wouldn't have the cars that we would have today.
Oh, the cars we take for granted these days wouldn't have been around if it weren't for this or any other cars like these.
Yeah.
And what makes it even funnier is that this car doesn't got power steering whatsoever.
No,
and you
nothing.
can feel the road, you know what both front wheels are up to,
Yeah.
you know what every part of the car is doing. Feedback is just epic. 2.8 Newton. Well, after a couple of meters of driving it, you know everything what the car is doing.
Once you get used to the seating arrangement of where the pedals are and everything like that, yeah. Once you're used to it, when you're comfortable, it's yeah.
It's a football field. That's alright. It would work in third and fourth, but I put it in for fourth only.
Yeah.
It keeps it happy.
Yeah.
Did that little bit of walking about earlier.
There we go. Hey! Oh, that's cracking. I love it. Really, really love it. You can definitely feel the effort you've got to put into the brakes and
Yeah, that's why
stuff
when
like that. You've
I
got to think a lot more, haven't you?
yeah, when I was driving you down to this road, the old Dutch road,
Yeah.
you need to really you have to really brake a little bit ahead of driving it.
Yeah.
It's not but that's the only downside to driving a car like this. You have to think a little bit ahead of yourself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
I've been driving this car for about 3 years and it became second nature.
Yeah. I can see, like, very quickly you get used to, like I said, the pedal position, the gearbox, and everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, for me, who doesn't drive cars like at this age that often, it's surprisingly easy to just jump in and get familiar with things, you know what I mean?
It's such an easy car and it just responds.
Oh, fabulous little car. Thank you very much, Aaron, for
Always happy.
agreeing to do this and being another guest on flatcap motoring. I've got an automatic overdrive.
Yeah, I thought because you're not used to having a car with an overdrive.
Yeah.
And the only way to fully enjoy it is including the overdrive on.
Yeah.
So I don't mind helping you out here with the overdrive because I was expecting you to struggle a little bit, but you're doing surprisingly well for the old car.
Surprisingly well. Nice. Yeah. Big smiles.
The smiles per mile.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Like you say, like how the car makes you feel and everything like that. It's
I could get into this car completely pit stop with the world, and after it, I'm back to level so I can be around normal people.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
And
Yes, yeah. It's,
the magic of classic British sports cars is just, you can see why people want them.
yeah, no, I totally, I totally, I can totally get why, you know, like the appeal of them. You know what I mean? It's
It's one of those cars you need to get by pretty much as soon as possible because the prices are going up.
yeah, they're going to go up. Yeah. I think. I think I struggle to find cars that drive as well as Hannah does. But I think that, yeah, this is pretty much on par. So to come up here, you know, like a road like this with a car like this, it's perfect. So one little, should we call it an eccentricity? Is where you put the key. The key is down by the clutch pedal near enough, rather than obviously on the dash. Yeah, I suppose if you're if you're a bit over eager with your knees, I think you might have an injury. So you can see here, obviously that's where the pedals are, but if you come back out to sort of driver's view, they're actually quite over to the right, aren't they?
And those are actually factory alignment.
So yeah, considering the size of, you know, actually the footwell, you know, they could have moved them over a little bit to the left, but yeah.
But you're talking about British Leyland.
That's true, yeah, that's true. So, what a hell of a day. What an awesome little car. Thank you, Aaron, for coming to see us and showing us your lovely little Triumph Spitfire. And thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, just remember to hit the subscribe button and give the video a like as well. And yeah, also give a mention to Cardboard Rangers Facebook group. Obviously Aaron is a full member of that, and the Spitfire Owners Club as well. Yeah. So we'll give them a nod. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Ta-da!